In this module, we're going to look at how to set your bids with RLSAs. So first off, we need to cover bid adjustments. Bid adjustments allow you to automatically increase or decrease your bids. So for instance, if a user has added products to their shopping cart and then abandoned your website, when a user searches for another keyword, then you might want to increase your bids so your ad shows higher in the search results because that user already knows your website and your offers, and they're more likely to become a paying member. Now conversely, if the user is a paying member of your SaaS product, you might want to lower your bid if that user searches for your brand with the word login because they're just looking to log into a system they're already paying for. Now there's two ways that bid adjustments work with AdWords. First, you have bid systems where you set the actual bid, such as CPC bidding or enhanced bidding. So when you're using one of these bid methods to set a bid, then you can automatically raise or lower your bid that is submitted into the auction. If you're using an automated bid system, such as CPA bidding, then Google does not look at your bid adjustment and raising and lowering your bids. What they do is look at your RLSA information as an additional signal that can be used to determine how likely a user is to convert. So if you're using CPA bidding, all you have to do is add RLSAs to your ad groups, and the system will work for you by looking at those additional signals that it's getting from your RLSAs. So if we look at an example, say e-commerce, and we look at the likelihood of a user converting based upon what they've done on your website. You have people who've never been to your site before, therefore they don't really know your offer. You've got someone who's been to your site before, they know the basics of what's happening. Then you have users who went to a category page, they viewed a product page, they even added things to their shopping cart. So those users become more and more valuable the further they get within that conversion process. Therefore, you can use that type of information to change how your bid adjustments are, because someone who abandoned your checkout, they almost converted, is a much more likely user to come back and convert than someone who's never been on your website. Now, if we look at, say, a subscription site, bid modifiers don't always have to be increasing your bid. You can use modifiers to decrease your bids as well. So for instance, if you have a subscription-based site and the user's been to your site, they looked at your conversion page, but they didn't finish filling it out. In that case, you're going to want to raise your bid when the user searches for you again, because there's a higher likelihood of them converting. Now conversely, if they became a paying member, then you may want to lower your bid if they search for your brand plus the word login, because they're already paying. Now don't forget, it's very common for users to want to have multiple subscriptions to the same site, as SaaS products often have very different offers, and therefore you don't want to always remove a user from seeing your ads. You may want to adjust how they see them if they're searching for a different product that you do offer. So when you look at bid modifiers, a lot of people start with plus 10% or plus 20%, a very low number. But when you really look at the data, it's common to see in industries that click share makes up 6 to 8% of clicks. But the conversion share from RLSAs might make up 15 to 20% of the conversion share. And if you remove those bid modifiers, you often see that the CPA is 40 or 50% less. Therefore, while it sounds counterintuitive to really start with modifiers such as 100% or 125%, the data bears out in a lot of industries that you really do want to raise your bids that much for repeat users. Now, sometimes those big numbers are a little bit scary thinking about doubling your bid for a returning user. So there's something we often call reporting mode, where you don't actually use modifiers when you start. Instead, you make your RLSAs based upon the different behaviors on your website. You apply the RLSAs to the ad group with no bid adjustments. So at this point in time, you can see the difference in conversion rates and cost per order from someone who just came to your site versus someone who came back to your site. And you can look at the conversion rate differences, the CPA differences, and then set bid adjustments based upon that data you've collected. So when we look at the takeaways here, bid modifiers allow you to automatically increase or decrease your bids. So you want to examine your data to see how long it takes the user to become a customer so you can appropriately increase your bids. The goal is to ensure that return users are seeing and clicking your ads, as their chances of becoming a customer are much higher than brand new users who haven't been to your site before. So it's often best to start with bid modifiers such as a plus 100% to ensure you have those high ad positions for your most valuable users. So RLSAs are targeted at the ad group level. RLSA exclusions can be applied at the ad group or campaign level. This means that you can have one ad group that uses a list that is an exclusion, so a customer doesn't see your ad, but another list that uses a positive modifier to ensure those same users are seeing your ads in high ad positions. So if you just want to start collecting data, add all your lists to all your ad groups with no bid adjustments. And this will let you collect information so you can make decisions based on the data you do receive of what non-returning visitors look like versus returning visitors to ensure you're using data to set your bids based upon that conversion value.